Good morning, everybody. I'm going to show you how to make biscuits. It's really very simple. Um, you just need a bowl and I guess a measuring cup, a 1 cup. You need lard so that you can grease your iron skillet or whatever pan you're using. A 1 cup for milk, a tablespoon for the apple cider vinegar into the milk, which will substitute for buttermilk. And then I'm going to be using my pretty little water glass for um, making the biscuits, cutting them out. And then you need self-rising flour. So hold on and I will be right back to show you how to do all of that. Okay, what you want to do, I'm going to put a glove on because I just do not want my hands all goopy with flour mixture. So what you're going to do is you're going to make like a little bird's nest. I am not fancy. I I don't try to keep the bottom flour dry. I put 2 cups of self-rising flour in here, and now I've got my lard, and I want to get a piece that's about the size, I guess, of a small egg. I'll probably take a little bit more. And I'm going to put that right in the middle of that, the little egg, the bird's nest. And then my milk, my milk is curdling like buttermilk. It's getting thick. And for that I put 1 cup of milk and about 1.5 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just start pouring it little by little, mixing it all around. In the meantime, I have my oven preheating at 500 degrees. That is 500 degrees. And this is a good way to wake up in the morning because it doesn't, well, there's the oven. It doesn't really take a lot of thought to do this. And it's a nice way to start your day. And just squeeze this and twist it all around to make sure that you break up the lard that you put in here. And keep adding your homemade buttermilk substitute. In my area, it's hard to find buttermilk. Well, you can find it, but usually it's getting ready to expire, or the cartons look like they're about ready to explode. So just keep mixing and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I was gone for 2 minutes. So now my dough is like this. It's nice and mushy, but not too bad. So when you're making biscuits, if the dough is too hard, you just add a little more buttermilk substitute, or water, or milk, or whipping cream, whatever you're using. If it's too runny and totally sticking to you where you can't let go of it, add just a sprinkle of flour, maybe a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons, and just keep mixing and mixing, and then it'll be all right. Now, my countertop is clean. I washed my countertop before I started all this. So you want to sprinkle a good amount of flour because you're gonna need the dough just a little bit. You're not gonna go all super crazy with it. So for this, I'm going to put my other glove on. And you don't need it too much. I'm just going to flatten it out, fold it over like this, fold it over like that, fold it this way, then fold it this way, and then smash it all down, and do it again. It's almost like folding a shirt, possibly. I'm sorry that my camera is not the best. I am not a movie producer. I am just making these videos at request of friends and family and just trying to show how easy it is to make certain things. Okay, so I'm going to fold it over again this way and then fold it this way and flatten it. Fold it again this way and one more time. And that should be just great. So now I'm going to fold it. I'm going to get it flattened out so that I can start cutting my biscuits out. And I will be right back. Okay. So now this is the iron skillet. And some people wonder exactly how are you supposed to grease that skillet. And just take a big glob of your lard and slather it in there. The nice thing is that when you make these biscuits like this, you're also seasoning your pan. So that's how that's done. Well, let me move you back over here so that I can start cutting out the biscuits. All right. I've got to add some more flour into my 1 cup. And try to make sure you can see it. I just put some flour in there because I'm gonna dip my pretty little water glass. I dip that in there and then just cut it out. And then you have a perfect round biscuit. You don't usually have to dip your cup in the flour every time. There you go. Grab this one. And that's all you do, and so you get these all lined up in your pan. So I will be back again. Okay, and I'm back. And after you cut out your biscuits, there's dough, and so you have to re-knead it just so that you can spread it out again and make some more biscuits. So that is what I'm doing. Let's see. I need a little more flour here. Don't want it sticking to the counter. But these are truly the best biscuits that you'll ever have. There's something about when you make things yourself, I just simply think that things taste better. You know exactly what the ingredients are. And it can make you feel good about what you're feeding your family or feeding yourself. I'm always really happy when I'm able to do things on my own without spending a crap load of money at the store to pay a company for a can of biscuits, to pay $3 or $4 for a can of biscuits, when I can do this in about 30 minutes, I think it takes total. And again, I know what went into my biscuits. And then, it looks like we're just going to have a little bit of dough. So I'm going to try to form a biscuit, which that never turns out very well. That one always looks really weird. But that's all right. It is too dry, so I put a couple drops of buttermilk substitute. Just to get it ready to go. And that was just enough. Okay, so this will be a bigger one. Okay, I'm going to take you over and show you the pan. Now that's my big pan, that's my 12-inch skillet. So I'm going to shove that in the oven at 500 degrees for about 14 minutes or so. I'll be back. Okay, so the biscuits have been in the oven for like 8 minutes. So they are looking extremely good. And I just wanted to show you. And normally you shouldn't be opening your oven door because now it will probably take 2 extra minutes. Okay, and I'll be back when they're done. Okay, the biscuits are just about done. Now, remember, sorry for the clatter. Just remember, these biscuits are going to continue cooking. See how perfectly, I guess you can't see how brown they are. They're nice and golden. Well, in real life, they're golden brown. So just remember, while they're in that pan, it is a iron skillet, they're going to continue cooking. So I'm just going to rub some butter on them and then hurry up and get them out. But I'm really happy to see that my pan is seasoned. And the biscuits turned out, they seem to be perfect. So I will be right back when I get them out of the pan. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these and open it up just so that you can see how nice and fluffy. It's absolutely perfect. And if you do these biscuits, it's like in the first time, things might get a little bit confusing, but it shouldn't because it's so simple. So today I used 2 cups of self-rising flour, about 3/4 cup of buttermilk, which I made with a cup of milk, whole milk, and 1.5 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. In lard, I used a chunk of it that was about the size of an egg, a large egg. And then kneaded that together after I had made a bird's nest. Cut them out with a glass and then put them in the oven at 500 degrees. And these biscuits are being given to someone today that is no longer able to cook. So I would like to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you all make biscuits and let me know how they turn out for you. You guys have a very nice day.